Well, hey everybody, thanks for tuning into my live. This is down at Wizard Tower Games, and got a lot of things to talk about tonight, a lot of things to unpack. We're going to get into a little bit about WizardCon 2024 that is happening, but virtual. We're going to be talking about WizardCon 2025, the new venue. We're going to talk about Lost Adventures of GaryCon. We're going to talk about just a whole bunch of other stuff. Hi, Holly. Thanks for tuning in my video. I want to first, real quickly, get something out of the way. It's something that is, Dietis, how you doing? RPG Grandma. This is something that I think is important for everybody to pay attention to. It's a scam that's happening on Facebook right now, and it's dangerous. It's going to affect everyone from businesses on up. I want to show you something. This is really, really interesting. I'm just going to dive right into this. Let me better yet do like this. This message was posted on my Facebook page today, on my business page. This was one of 9 similar posts. Sometimes they have like a Facebook meta icon, and they basically try to scare you. This is a scam. No, I'm not using false names, images of others, and all that. But the important thing is the link. And this link is obviously not from Facebook. But what they're doing now is they're doing something really interesting here. You'll see it say facebook.com/verify. It looks like a legitimate link, but what they are doing with all of this is be careful of certain letters like the A in Facebook, because what they'll do is instead of using a lowercase a, they use a Cyrillic A. So when you look at it, it looks like Facebook, you click on it, and what will happen most of the time is you're being phished. It actually will download all of your usernames and passwords if you save them. If you have credit card information, it downloads all that stuff. So just a real quick getting to the juicy part of my video warning, this is real. They're actually sending people links like this. That's how a lot of your friends sometimes get their accounts hacked and such. So bottom line is this: don't click on any link. Okay, I didn't. I thought it was kind of funny. I actually mocked the guy on my thing, told him, I said, I'm going to leave his post up just to make sure people see what a jerk he is. But parasocial audience, how you doing? Thanks for tuning into my video. Hey, how you doing, St. Cuthbert? Exactly. Don't click it. Don't click any link. Just like if you get a text saying like, this is your bank alert. Banks don't do that, by the way. You know, call your bank. So let's get to the juicy part, okay? All right. WizardCon 2024, for those of you who are not aware, the venue canceled on me. And the reason why the venue canceled on me, how you doing, David? Was that they got a series of emails from a certain person and his cronies, and it ruined the con. No big deal. You know why? Because life moves on, and no, he didn't ruin the con. So basically, yeah, Cal, you're here for the juice. What is going on here with WizardCon is this: is myself, Eric Tenkar, and Tom Verold have all decided we're going to kind of do like a virtual thing on the 19th and 20th of this month. What we're going to do is there's myself, Eric Tenkar, Tom Verold, Paulie Kidd, David Floor is going to be involved in it, and also Tim Kask is getting involved in it. And what we're going to do is we're going to run games all week, the Friday and Saturday. You know what? It's going to be free. I'm going to have a tabletop events page set up probably tomorrow where you can just go ahead and sign up for the games that you want to. Again, free of charge, fun stuff. You know what? When you build a bucket of lemons, you make a bucket of lemonade, and that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Some general information. I'm going to be running some AD&D stuff. I'm going to be running some of our modules that we have currently out in +1 that we're getting ready to release. Eric Tenkar is going to be doing the Blaze and Sorcery Light / renamed to Myth and Mayhem game. Tom Verold, I believe, is doing Star Frontiers. Tom, if you're in here, clarify, but I believe it's Star Frontiers. Terry, how you doing? And Tim Kask is going to be doing Lost Adventures of GaryCon. So, and Paulie Kidd, I got to have a video call with her. We're going to figure out, because Paulie's never done online gaming. To let you know, I'm going to be using either Roll20 or Quest. I know Eric is using Roll20 and Discord. Tim is probably just going to use his video. David, you're going to be the 5th edition guy, but one of my modules I'm going to run is a 5th edition. So I'm running the Haunted Ruins, which is an AD&D 1E, and I'm also going to run a 5E. So we're going to be a couple 5E guys. Yeah, a little bit better. Plus, we're going to be putting like a Mayhem, Eric wrote a Mayhem mechanic for it. So we're going to be adding that. Yeah, you know what? It's the best we can do given the situation. Like I said in my video a couple times ago, in this business, when you get knocked down, what you got to do is you got to be able to stand up, just shake it off and go, you know what? Haters going to hate. We're going to move on forward. Do the right thing. Have a bunch of gaming. So I'm going to start my gaming on Friday the 19th, like at 11 a.m. And I'm going to run like from like 11 a.m. probably an 11 till 4, like a 3-hour, or a 5-hour session. I might do like an 11 to 2, 11 to 3, something like that. I'm going to think about it. And then I'm going to do a later night one for those who want to be a night owl. We'll stay up late and game. Also, along with that, we're going to do some videos like this where we're going to do some panels. We're going to do like a world building and world design panel. We're going to be doing a rule mechanic panel. Talking about rule mechanics, how to develop them. And then Eric doesn't know I'm doing this yet, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bend Eric Tenkar's arm behind his back and Tom's, and I'm going to see if they'll go ahead and do a panel with me where we talk about developing a quick, fast, easy, dirty, clean, what do you want to call it, RPG like Myth and Mayhem. So, a lot of good stuff. Again, we're going to go ahead and we're going to have it on... I'm going to put it on tabletop events, excuse me. So at least you can sign up for the things. You'll be able to see a schedule and all that. A lot of quick stuff is happening over the next couple of days. I got to get with Tim. I know Tim said he's going to run a game on Friday night and a game on Saturday. And I know Tim's going to be popular. So we'll get it up. We'll put the links up and everything. And then people can go ahead and sign up. And we'll get some good gaming in. That's what's going to start happening around here. David says, I might be up for a panel too. Let me know if you need me. Heck yes. And that's another thing. Anybody who wants to get involved in this, you want to run a game, drop me a PM via Facebook or send Wizard Tower Games a message. We'd love to have you. We just want to make this a happy Friday, Saturday night of gaming to show certain people who are just ignorant that you're not going to ruin the fun for everybody. The only thing we're not getting cold beer. Well, I'm getting cold beer at my house, but we're not going to have cold beer at the event. And food, you got to provide your own chili and hot dogs, I guess. So, yeah. So that's that. Now, on to one other thing before I get to Lost Adventures, and that is we have completed it, and that is this product right here. I got it folded open. There we go. We developed a thing called a life tracker. And what it is, it's spiral bound, so you can lay it flat. And basically, it is a 1-year tracker, calendar, project management. It's a real cool tool. But also within it, there's a whole bunch of stuff for gamers. We've got story prompts. We got maps strewn throughout it. We have random monster tables strewn throughout it. All kinds of cool stuff for gamers. So during the course of your week or whatever, you'll get inspiration on gaming and all that. We're going to have some more images of it and all that. We're starting to post more and more on Instagram. RPG Grandma says, if I wasn't working and had the extra cash, I'd pop over, but I have to be responsible and work. Yeah, I know. But hey, you can still pop over on a Friday, Saturday night RPG Grandma if you want, or during the day. This 19th and 20th, because you can game and it's free anyways. So love to have you in a game, and I'm sure Tim Kask, Eric, or Tom would love to have you in a game also. Yeah, basically what it is, they're called Life Tracker Pros. We have one for gamers, and we have one for realtors, one for teachers, and also we have one just for people who don't want to do nothing but have a tracker. And they're a universal monthly tracker day by day. There's information in there about important appointments. There's inspirational stuff in there about posting on social media in a positive manner, depending on the kind that you have. The realtor aspect of it has information specifically needed for realtors to track their day-to-day. Same thing with teachers. teacher's day-to-day, that type of thing. And then, like I said, if you're a gamer, you can go ahead and get the gamer one. That's the one that I use. I actually use the product. It's actually really handy. It is. So, Holly Max says, sweet, the teacher and grammar ones are going to be right up my alley. Yeah, my wife's a teacher, and yeah, that's the whole point. What we wanted to do is we wanted to sit there, and I actually developed this product a couple years ago, post me selling my publishing company. Maybe about 6-7 years ago I developed it, and I just been kind of tweaking it, playing with it, because my wife will tell you, if you ever talk to her at a convention, I'm a list maker. I mean, I make lists and I keep lists and everything. What's cool about this is, in the very beginning, it asks you certain things about yourself, what you like, what you don't like, goals, and that type of thing. And then at the end of the year post, you do answer the same questions. And what's nice about it is, what's really cool about this is that you can go ahead and you can see kind of like how your year went. You know, what your goals were on. And again, you can start this anytime. I mean, you can start it on July 5th if you wanted to. So it's not like a January 1 to January 1. It's a 1 year. So it's customizable. You fill in the dates, Monday, Tuesday the 2nd, Wednesday the 3rd, July. So if you want to start in July or August. And so it's just a really cool thing. Plus, I keep all my notes anyways, so in my lists, so I can tell you what last year I did on this day, what my plans were for that day and everything. So it's a cool little thing. Plus, we're going to have awesome covers you can choose from. So you can choose custom covers, or you can send us an image that you want on your cover, and we'll print it and put it on the cover for you. So it's customizable. And for us to do that, it's free. We don't charge you for it. So you get a custom cover for free. You want your kid's name on it? That type. Teacher. Don't mean to sidetrack. I'll go on while you answer the question. What grade you teach? My wife teaches pre-K developmental kindergarten. But okay. Lost Adventures of GaryCon. Well, guess what? For those of you who have ordered one, you are going to start getting trackers probably right around Saturday to Monday. 7th grade English. Well, bless your heart, 7th graders. A challenging grade. You're going to start getting trackers. You're going to start getting notified of it shipping. So, good news. But what exactly is included in this little package? Well, what I did was this. I've been late on this project. My fault. Falls on me. And I apologize to everybody for us being so late on it. So I decided to do a couple of extra things as my way of a company owner to say, I'm sorry. It's my small way of saying, listen, you waited, my fault, and I'm willing to try to make it up a little bit for you. So this is what you're going to get when you get your package in the mail. You're going to get the full color, gloss cover, full color interior, hardcover book, Lost Adventures of GaryCon. Inside of the cover of that book, what you have a mixture of 1E and 5E. And 2 modules. The first one, Tower of the Mad Wizard, that was from GaryCon 1, and then Into the Frozen North, that was from GaryCon 2. So you get those 2 redone, reformatted, all the maps redone by computer graphics and all that kind of good stuff. And plus, you get the original modules within that book from Tim. So you get like Tower of the Mad Wizard, and it'll be all nice on parchment looking paper and all that, but then you get the scanned copies inside the book so you can see the original. Also inside are several different new player character you can play in the book, within the book. There is a intro to a world setting called the Open Worlds. Tim never centered his modules, these 2 modules, in a specific setting. So when we first started this, I asked him if it was okay for me to put them in my world setting, and Tim said, let's do it. So what we did is we went ahead. Oh, good deal. Well, happy birthday to your husband also. What we did was we inserted both locations into the book itself. So in the front of the book is a world setting, gives detailed of 2 of the kingdoms where these 2 adventures take place in. Then you get into a gift from Jim Wampler. Jim Wampler from Mutt Puppy Games has a comic book hero, anti-hero, protagonist, antagonist named Marvin the Mage. Marvin the Mage is a little bit of everything. And Jim has graciously allowed us to go ahead and utilize Marvin the Mage cartoon in our book. And the cool thing is, it kind of revolves around GaryCon, so it follows the flavor of the book. So thanks to Jim Wampler, hell of a cartoonist, hell of a witty sense of humor. That guy's got a wicked sense of humor, and it just bleeds through with Marvin the Mage. Along with that, there's new magic items. There's a bunch of new unique monsters converted both to 1E and 5E, all full color. So you get that. You get a section in the back about ambiance. We talk about room decorating or room stocking, door descriptions, chest descriptions, all kinds of cool stuff that you can go ahead and make the ambiance for the game better for your players, more visceral. When a player walks into a room and says, "What do I see?" You say, "Well, it's a 20 by 20 foot room." Well, you can say it that way, or you can say, "It's a room that's approximately 20 by 20 feet. There's a door across from you. There's a table in the middle of the room with a lone candle with soap wisping. You hear dripping in the background." You can get really, really unique with this game, or using this game and this product. So, yes, it's very, very cool. So if you're into 5E, it's a great product. If you're into 1E, it's a great product. But what's the extras you're going to get with this? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to get 6 large full color maps. There's going to be a map of the overall world. There's going to be a map of the area around the haunted ruins. Sorry, another product. There's going to be a map around the Tower of the Mad Wizard, and there's going to be a map of the area around Into the Frozen North. There's going to be individual dungeon maps, really cool stuff. So you can pull those out and you can use them for your game, or you can go ahead and frame them or do whatever you want with them. Along with that, now comes the more of the freebie type stuff I've added. What I'm doing is I put together 4 very unique player character record sheets, 2 for 5E, 2 for 1E. They're got really cool art. They're laid out completely, really unique. You are free to photocopy them and use them as you see fit. Just do me a favor, don't sell them. Don't photocopy them and sell them in packs to people on eBay and stuff. I mean, we worked hard on it. It's a gift from us, kind of like our apology to you. Also, we're going to be giving you a set of polyhedral dice for free. We're going to be throwing into there also a TCG card in a plastic protective carrier. Now, why am I including a TCG/CCG card? Well, because this is going to be an introductory card that's very unique to our upcoming game called Realms, which is basically a role-playing game in a deck. This will be limited to 300 cards. So if you bought the book, you're going to get a very unique card with unique power. So if you decide to play Realms, which is, it's a card game that you play against other players, and basically it's like D&D in a deck is what it is. It's a role-playing game in a deck. RPG Grandma says, yes, he's a 1E and old RuneQuest game. Oh, RuneQuest. I haven't played that game in forever. That's actually a really cool game. Yeah, don't do that, guys. I mean, this is stuff for free. So you're going to get this TCG card. But also, you're going to get something else that's really, really cool. And you're going to get, like I said, one of these. What this is the, as you can see, Tower of the Mad Wizard and Into the Frozen North. And basically what we did is we took the original 2 modules with all the scribble marks and everything, and we scanned them in, and you're getting them bound in one booklet, just like Tim bound his. So you're getting a nice little collector's edition of the original 2 modules to boot. So we're throwing in a lot of extras, a lot of extra freebies as a way to say, we're sorry for being late on the project. We didn't have to do it, but we wanted to. And we think you guys are owed it. for us being late. So again, I apologize for this project being late, but trackers are coming. So again, you're going to get the big book, you're getting 6 maps, you're getting unique player character record sheets, you're getting a set of polyhedral dice, you're getting a spiral bound original module books, you're getting the TCG card carryover product into a new project. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to give away, and I talked about this before, and I said one day it's coming, and that is let me back up one more thing. My apologies. You're also getting a certificate of authenticity for the book. It's guaranteed. This book is legitimate. This book is part of it. Thank you, and thank you very much. Now, this is important for everybody who is either bought one or is going to buy one. We are running out of them. You can go to wizardtowergames.com, click the store link on top, and right there on the first page is the link to the Lost Adventures. We have them on sale right now, $75. Use Cascoid, you get it free shipping also. So that's like almost $37 off the entire package price if you buy it. And they're running out. In one of the 300 copies, someone's going to find something very, very odd in their package. And that is, there's going to be a golden ticket. Now, what is this golden ticket? What does it do? Well, if you're the one who gets the golden ticket, that will get you, for now on, one of every single product that Wizard Tower Games sells for free. So if you get the golden ticket, you got a free ride on us for the next 3 years. So everything we put out over the next 3 years, you will get a complimentary copy of it for free. And by the way, it includes shipping. So 1 out of 300 people is going to get it. Guaranteed. And by the way, to be fair, I got to make a statement here, okay? There are a couple people that are not going to be eligible. Like Tim gets copies. Tim's not eligible. I get copies. I'm not eligible. But everybody who is out there buying a copy, putting your hard-earned bread into this and being patient like you have, like I said, one person's going to get the golden ticket. When you get the golden ticket, for the next 3 years, you're going to get one of every single product that we put out for free. Again, including shipping. So not too shabby of a deal. Yeah, holy moly's right. Thank you, Holly. That's what we wanted to do. We want to go ahead and make things fun. We want to go ahead and make things interesting and kind of like give these little thank yous to people. When we're wrong, we're wrong. When we make a mistake, we try to own up to it, and we try to make it right. So yeah, nice little package people are going to be getting. And like I said, one person's going to open it up and there's a golden ticket. Now, in order to redeem your golden ticket, what do you got to do? What I'm going to need you to do is there's going to be detailed instructions on the back of the golden ticket. You need to follow those detailed instructions. That's about the only way I can do it. The golden ticket is serial numbered, and there is a specialized QR code that you will scan with your mobile device. It'll take you to a specialized website where you'll have to enter your golden ticket number. It's a 32-digit letter number combination. You'll enter that into the system. Congratulations will come up, and then you enter your name. I gotta have your name, your birth date, and I gotta also have your shipping address and all of that. Okay, how do you qualify? You gotta be at least 13 years or older to qualify. So, you know, mom, dad, if you buy a set of Lost Adventures for Timmy or Susie, and they're 11, 12 years old, and they get the golden ticket, you gotta redeem it for them. So that's that. That's the big news. You know, me and Tim have worked really hard on this project, and Tim's input into this, like, I'll give you an example. When he edited the book, he edited the front forward of it where the world setting's at and everything. And what I really like about Tim is Tim is not afraid to share his knowledge with you, and he does it in a way where it's very educational. He, you know, he'll not only tell you this has to have a period, you know, maybe a hyphen or whatnot, but the thing is he also makes suggestions on how to make it better. And me, Eric Tenkar, and Tom Veralt found that out because Tim also edited what was Blades of Sorcery Light. Tim not only did the edit on it, he gave some suggestions on how to make it more understandable, how to make it better. And, you know, Tim's a hell of a nice man. And, you know, along with myself, Tim also has been going through some personal attacks on his page by the person who I believe went after WizardCon. And it's really unfortunate that, you know, to see a man of Tim's legendary status, you know, the man every single week does a video. He doesn't have to. He does it because he cares about gamers. He cares about us. And he's a hell of a good guy. And what Tim wants to do is, Tim wants to help people. He wants to help propagate gaming and make, you know, get gaming, you know, he wants everyone to experience the joy of sitting at a table and gaming with people. And sadly, there's just some people that just don't want to have that happen. He is definitely good peeps. You're damn right he is. And you know, you say it baffles me why folks say I'm wrong. I can tell you what the problem some people have with Tim. Tim's honest. And, you know, Tim's blunt. And, you know, I'm the type of person that I don't mind if, you know, if you come to me and you say, Don, I got your new novel and I read it and I think it sucks. I'm not going to be offended. In fact, the first question I'm going to come back at you. But what I'm going to come back at you with is I'm going to say, you think it sucks? What sucked about it? Tell me about it so I can go ahead and I can learn. I can go ahead and know what I'm doing. And what Tim does is Tim will tell you, and I really am fortunate to have him do this, is Tim will look at a game product of mine. He'll say, Don, this doesn't make sense. Or Don, you need to change this. But what's really cool about Tim, he says you need to change this, but then he tells you why. What do you need to do to make this better? And RPG Ramen made a let's see, the same sort that trashed Jim. Yeah, Jim Wampler got attacked also by this yo-yo, as well as Tim did. And it's the same account that attacks me, Eric Tenkar, and Tom Veralt, and God knows who else. I think he even went after Dave Simpson from Gamers on Games, really nastily. I think he attacked Dave's wife. And, you know, going after Tim and Jim too. RPG Ramos says, I appreciate honesty and difference of opinion and blunt, straight shooter. That's right. And there's where I think some people, again, have that problem, is some people can't, in their mind, differentiate. This is critique. This is not criticism. You know, there's a little bit of a difference there. So, yeah, Lost Adventures of GaryCon, awesome game product. I know I'm a little biased, but you know what? This is kind of like a cool, this has history, because this is, for those of you who don't know, the reason why it's called the Lost Adventures of GaryCon is because what ended up happening was, these are the two modules that Tim Kask wrote for GaryCon 1 and GaryCon 2. They were specially designed for the convention, and that's what Tim did. Tim played them at the convention, and these modules have not been played or seen, since. So, a very unique insight into some gaming history, some unique, a unique thing to be able to play something that was only played, I think, well, here's the original. This is the original. Come on. Best I can do. Sorry, folks. But this says an old school RPG adventure for 6 to 9 players. Probably, and I haven't confirmed this with Tim, but my guess is over the course of GaryCon back then, which I think it was only a 2-day convention, 6 to 9 players at a session, there's probably only about 18 to 27 people who played this module. So you're going to have something in your hands that's very unique, very, it's different. So happy gaming when you get it. Now, anyone have any questions about anything else we got going on? Because another thing I want to talk about is D20 delving. Now that principal print and bind is wrapping up, we're getting them all out and everything. The next step is we're getting D20 delving made and out there to people. We picked up some larger format resin printers, which have massive build plates in them, where we can go ahead and we can print the 3D figures, and we can print. I actually did the calculation today. I was wrong on another calculation I did when I mentioned it last week. On our large formats, we can print 6 games at a time worth of figures. So we can do 60 figures per print. So we can get figures put out really quickly. And these are very unique, standard 28 millimeter figures for gaming, etc., etc., etc. So cool stuff. Now, for those of you who are interested in attending WizardCon, the virtual little mini-con gaming weekend, gaming extravaganza, whatever you want to call it, if anyone, even like right now, anyone have any ideas how to make it more fun? Like I said, we're going to do some gaming. We are going to be doing, along with gaming, we're going to be doing some panels. St. Cuthbert says, will any WizardCon games be run on Zoom, or do we need D20 or some other account? That's going to be, you know, I'm with me. Okay, real quick. For those of you who wasn't part of this when I first started talking about it, Tim, I think, plays via Zoom. So that, I think, is how that goes. Eric Carr indicated to me, and I don't know if Eric's in here, and I know he does gaming like at 9 o'clock or something, or he has something goes at 9 o'clock on Tuesdays, but Eric mentioned to me, I believe it was yesterday, that he plans on doing his gaming either using Roll20 or using Discord, or a combination of. So there's that. Tom Verrolt, I think, and I'm not wanting to speak too much for Tom, but I think Tom utilizes StreamYard like I use here. And then what I'll be using is and I said earlier I might be doing Quest or Roll20. I think instead what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to utilize StreamYard here. So what we'll do is we'll post, you know, when you sign up, I'll send the links out to my gamers, and you just click on the link and you come right on in. Polly Kid, I don't know yet. I'll find that out probably tomorrow when I start posting more information by the 4th. Again, this is new to Polly, so I don't know what she'll be doing and how she's going to work hers. But again, we'll be getting information out there like that. David Floor, Dave's in here. David will probably be able to just tell you in here what he's going to utilize. So a variety of stuff, but the nice thing is, like with, at least on my end, at least with StreamYard and Zoom and stuff, all you need is the link and you're in. But the panels and stuff, what we're going to do is the panels will be set up just like we have here. What we're going to do is we'll have a panel full of a group of people on StreamYard here. The title of the panel, I'll have like slides prepared. Like I'm already almost done with my how to develop a world, how to develop and keep track of a world. I keep track of my worlds in a really unique way that not many people do, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Doesn't cost a dime, and so basically that's how the panels are going to work. So yeah, but other than that, oh geez, what else is there to say about what's going on? Like I said, it's going to happen on Friday the 19th, Saturday the 20th. And like I said, I'm going to run a game starting like at 11 o'clock in the morning till mid-afternoon, and then take a short break. I'll probably do a panel or something in between. And then Friday night, I'm going to be doing the Haunted Ruins. And then Saturday night, I'm going to be doing a game, and I'm going to do up to 8 people in my game. and it's going to be a new module that we're getting ready to release. You're going to be the first ones to play it who sign up for the game. And what it is it's a game that takes place in a city environment, like a large, medium-sized city, and it goes into a castle and such. So it's a really cool mix. Like I said, I know Eric's running Blades and Sorcery / Magic and Mayhem. Tim's running Lost Adventures and all of that. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun at all. And by the way, I want to call out this man right here. St. Cuthbert. We have the pleasure of, we are publishing one of his modules. It is going to be available here late summer, early fall. That guy right here is a talented adventure writer. Let me tell you something. I've had the pleasure of getting my eyeballs on it, and we're really proud to publish his game module. Really cool game module. RPG Grandma, thank you. Holly Mac. Yeah, people, it's all free. That's another thing. This is going to cost nobody nothing. It's, you can game for free, and you got a wide variety on the menu of people that you want to go ahead and game with you. I think everybody who has so far signed up, is extremely. Eric Tenkar is very experienced. Tom Verrill for Star Frontiers, that's the man you want to have. I've seen some of Tom Verrill's Star Frontiers games he has on his Tabletop Taproom channel. Good Star Frontiers player. And we also have some other people possibly running games. I'm not going to say who yet. You'll know tomorrow as long as I get the approval from them. Yeah, get your yearly physicals, because when you play 1E, and by the way, real quick, how I'm going to do my game, just real quick, is with my game, I'm going to have a series of pre-gens. You're going to have a nicely stocked PC right around 3rd, 4th level for Haunted Ruins. You're going to start off in. And then my other game, you're going to start at, everyone's going to start at 5th level, but nicely stocked, your choice. And it's going to, you play what you want to play. Listen to Rip James Ward and the Professor on this one. Oh man, James Ward, what a flippin' loss. And by the way, I want to do another thing real quick. The Professor DM over on, I forget his channel's name. I'm drawing a blank. My apologies. We posted a link to his video on our social media. The Professor DM was diagnosed with cancer. He's very public about it. He made a special video about it. And thankfully, he seems to have responded positively to chemotherapy in his treatment. Dungeon Craft. Thank you very much, RPG Grandma. Duh me. But basically, what ended up happening is it kind of shocked me. Eric Tenkar sent me the link and said, Don, check this out. And so did Tom Verrill. So he's had it for a while. He's been going through chemo, some other things. So basically, he's responding to it. So, good luck to him. Really, really happy that, he's responding to it. And you know what? If you can, head on over to Dungeon Craft and go ahead and give him a follow and watch his video. Really courageous for him to come out publicly and talk about the cancer and the type of cancer that he had. And, it's a cancer, it's prostate cancer. It's a unique cancer to us guys. And, as a 56-year-old guy, it's something you take seriously. My grandfather died of prostate cancer. And luckily, it kind of sounds weird, but luckily, due to some of my medical conditions I've had in the past, I've already been checked, but I get checked every year. So don't take that stuff lightly. Again, the Professor DM is a really cool guy. He cares about gamers, and myself, my wife, we all wish him the best of luck. Seriously, don't blush, St. Cuthbert. You're a hell of a game designer. You earned it. Yeah, Dungeon Craft. And St. Cuthbert says Professor DM's a cool person, great content. Yes, he is. I have not met him yet, and I use the word yet, but everybody, I've never heard one bad thing about the guy. Everybody who's ever I've talked to about the guy Loves the guy. They say he's a really cool dude, and he is. I love his content. I sub to him. So, other than that, like I said, we have some other things that we got cooking here in the pipe. We are going to be publishing St. Cuthbert's adventure module. I'm going to butcher the name on this one, pronouncing it, but it's like the Mines of Doreen. Chew my butt when we have our video call this week. I deserve it. But excellent delving module. Got the tunnels, the mines, really well done. It's very well put together. Along with that, so we're going to be doing that. We have just finished up principal edit on Polly Kids game that we're publishing for her, excuse me. And we're also going to be doing another one called Stars and Sails, which is kind of like a whimsical, fun world. We're going to probably be doing a crowdfund on that. Polly wants to do that, so we're going to help her out with that. And we have some other people that have approached us about publishing their games. We're kind of looking into them. We're going to be discussing it with them. But other than ancillary third-party games we're going to be publishing for other people, we're going to be also doing, like I said, we had a game called Pooh for kids. We're changing the name to Winnie-the-Pooh. Reason why is because I started thinking about it one day and I was like, I don't think I want my game named Pooh. Now, yeah, Winnie the Pooh, Pooh, Piglet, and Eeyore and Tigger called Pooh Pooh. But did I just make a... That was not intentional. But basically, we're going to change the name to The Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. That way, it's just more of a recognizable name without being called Pooh. You know, because I don't think it's Pooh. I think it's a really cool game. That was a joke, people. But at any rate. Usually I pronounce stuff wrong. That's me. I'm horrible at it. It's meant Tolkienish. Yeah, that's another thing. It's very, very Tolkienish. As far as name-wise. But the adventure itself is just real old school feel. I mean, I was reading it and you just get in your mind the way St. Cuthbert explains things. You know, Greg just has this way about kind of just put you in it. So we'll be having more information on it. See, excellent. Besides 29 years to now, we want people to be in how to say it. Endless press. Exactly. So along with that, we got Winnie the Pooh children's board game, which I know a lot of people aren't interested in because unless you got kids or unless you're a teacher or whatnot that teaches little ones. Me and Tim has a few more projects coming out. We also have Realms. To give you a little bit of information about Realms, because Realms is going to be the project right after we get D20 Delving out. And that is, Realms it's going to come in a card game set. We're not selling boosters. It's not going to be a collectible card game, where you got to, buy 50 packs to get the one card you need. You buy a box set. In that box set is going to be 288 cards, poker size, very unique. There's, class cards, skills, there's spells, magic items, there's traps, there's monsters, there's NPCs, there's room descriptions. They're called location cards. It could be a room, it could be a forest glen, it could be a set of ruins. It's, you got situation cards that put you in unique situations that affect the existing turn that you're dealing with, the encounter that you're dealing with. Yeah, it's a really cool, unique game. And so there's other products that go along with that comes in the package. So it's everything you need to play the game. And you can play pretty much up to, 6-8 people if you want. In kind of like the meta testing that was doing on it, I think comfortably 6 people. Comfortably 6 people could go ahead and get into this. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be called Realms. It's a role-playing game in a box, and everything you need comes with a set of unique dice. In fact, it comes with 2 sets of dice, excuse me. And also along with D20 Delving, once we get D20 Delving and the Krampus packs out to everybody, We have it already developed, ready to go. There's going to be a sequel to D20 Delving. And when I say sequel, that's kind of like maybe a bad name for it. What it's more like is if you want to do like an expansion. That's the word I'm looking for. So what it's going to be is it's going to be a secondary game board. And what the expansion is going to have is you're going to have a secondary game board. You're going to have new player character classes with new figures, new monsters, new skills, right across the board, a little bit of everything. So it's not like you play it independently. You got to have D20 Delving to play it, but it's designed to take D20 Delving, and if you want to kind of delve into something different, or if you want to put the boards together, you can make even a bigger dungeon. And the cool thing about this is this expansion is going to end up being part cavern and cave and tunnels and such. So it's something different. And we do have a third one planned. The third one is going to be kind of a standalone board. And what it's going to be is it's going to be a city, a large, or excuse me, a small city. So you're going to be able to do that. RPG Grandma says, sounds perfect for my game group. Cool. Yeah, like I said, we're going to be doing some bits and pieces on that and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, been online for 45 minutes right now. Anyone have any questions? Anyone have any feedback? Anything going on? Oh, duh. WizardCon 2025. Sorry, I almost went ahead and didn't talk about it. I was talking to Tim the other day, and we were talking about time frames and such. And although there are several slots available at the new venue that we're going to, where we could have WizardCon in November, October, you know, we're not going to do that. And the reason why we're not going to do that is because there's other conventions like ShireCon and GameholeCon and UCon and many, many others that happen in the September, October, November time block. And we don't want to step on their toes. We don't want to take any chance of taking so much as one person away from their convention. You know, we want our convention to be something positive. We're not looking to make a statement or make a point. We're not looking to butt heads with anybody. We want to keep it friendly and everything. Going through the masses, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, help the channel out. Don is too humble to shill. I don't have that problem. Gunther, thank you very much. Yeah, please, if you would hit the like and subscribe button. I don't say that usually in my videos, but if you'd like to hit it, yeah, please do. It'd be greatly appreciated. Help grow the channel. But WizardCon 2025, what's going to happen is this. We just decided that since we don't want to butt heads with people, what we're going to do is we're probably going to have WizardCon right around February. Maybe April. It's going to be either February or April. I got to do a little bit more figuring. Weather kind of takes a play in it for Michigan because we're in, you know, the frozen north, like Tim's module. I mean, you could literally play the frozen north out in my backyard in February. I mean, it's ice packed and snow packed. But what's going to happen is we're going to have a tabletop events page up by next week early so people can start doing it now. And like I said in my original video, everything that we do through the convention is put in escrow anyways, just in case. But good news about the venue. I sat down at the venue, and what we did was we explained the whole thing. You know, the whole Justin thing. We showed them the messages. We showed them the communications. And the guy just laughed. He goes, "I'm not laughing at you, brother. I'm laughing with you," because he goes, "You know what? Every time we have an event, we get emails, usually from anonymous sources or from bogus email accounts, trying to destroy the convention. Usually it's somebody who doesn't like the convention organizer or somebody who doesn't like the company behind it or whatnot." And he goes, "We don't care because by the time you book it, you've already paid for it. It's yours, and there's nothing, you know, you cancel." He goes, "Ain't anything off ours, so, you know, off our backs, so why would we care?" So this convention is not going to get canceled because it can't be canceled. So this one's going forward 100%. Thank you. And then Holly Mac says, "And get all 4 seasons in practically one day. Wisconsinite here, so completely get off the So completely get the weather component. Absolutely. In Michigan, like I'll give you an example. Just a couple days ago, we went from 97, 98 heat index over 100. That was that night. Next morning, we were getting the high temps the next day were like 71, and the low temps for the last couple of nights at night have been in the 40s. Welcome to Michigan. Glad you found a venue, not afraid of nutters. Yep, this venue is 100%. Like I said, we sat down with him. He's really cool. This is a hotel. So the nice thing about it is not only are we going to have the convention space down on the first floor, there's a restaurant. They're going to set up special rates and menu for us, for our gamers. There's a bar, so if you're legal age, you can go have a drink. They're going to offer special room rates to convention goers. So if you get in early and you get your spot, you can reserve a hotel room. You can literally wake up, take a shower, brush your teeth, grab your game books, take an elevator downstairs, and you are in the thick of it, gaming. So really cool stuff. We're going to have vendors. We're going to have, of course, gaming on the inside. And the really cool thing is I have reached out to everybody who confirmed that they were coming to WizardCon originally this month. And everybody's been real supportive and just said, you know what, let us know when you have it again. If I'm not going someplace else, I'm there. So only thing this person managed to do was they delayed it. But you know, maybe it was in the end a little bit better, because this venue, I think, although smaller, is really theoretically better, because heck, you can get up and walk right downstairs and you're in the thick of it. So yeah. Also, special shout out to Bad Mike. He's a buddy of 10 Cars Tavern. Bad Mike runs North Texas RPG Con, and I got to make it to there next year to go to his convention. Mike was tossing out to Eric some advice, and I got my hands on the advice, and I'm following some of Bad Mike's advice about how to run a con, how to do it a little bit better, and everything else. I think we all can learn from those who are experienced, and Bad Mike puts out a hell of a convention. So thank you to Bad Mike. Terry R says, my grandma used to say, if you like the weather, just wait 5 minutes and it'll change. I'm in the Pontiac area. Oh, Pontiac, Battle Creek. We're hour 45 minutes away from each other. When I was, right after I got back from living overseas, we moved to Madison Heights, man. So we weren't too far from Pontiac. So WizardCon 2025 is going to be an in-person convention. Again, in a hotel, convention center, discounted rate rooms for the weekend. We're going to do this simple. We're going to do a Saturday, Sunday con is what we're going to do. We're going to do a 3-day con, but I think for our first one, we're going to do a 2-day convention. We're going to keep it kind of like low to, as my friend Tim says, Tim Kask, he said, make it almost boutique-like. We're going to be able to have about 500 people attend it comfortably, about 500. So it's going to be a nice little convention. 500 people to game with. You can't complain about that. We have a lot of local game shops. They're going to want tables. Again, we got great people coming to it. Whole bunch of, I'm just excited about it. I'm really stoked about it, because I really wanted WizardCon to take place, and I'm really trying to bring something. Me and my wife are, my wife Tina, what we're trying to do is we want to bring to the gaming community something up in the Michigan area that is unique. Out east, man, you got ShireCon and all these other conventions out there. You got, North Texas down south, up in Wisconsin, you've of course got, GaryCon, and, all these great conventions are cropping up all over that are very established, and they're just the go-to. We want Michigan to be kind of like a nice go-to spot. And the nice thing about where we live at in Michigan is the city where the convention is going to be in Battle Creek. And it is in the crossroads, right up, I-69 North, I-94, I-96, 127. Everything kind of converges on that central area up by Battle Creek where I'm living at. So very easy to get to. If the hotel is not your thing for food, or if that hotel doesn't have any rooms because they're sold out, where this hotel sits, literally 5-minute walk away, there's 4 other hotels. It's like a little hotel area. Big, nice, multi-story hotels. There's a Marriott directly across the street from the venue we're going to be at. There is an extended stay. So if you want to have a place with a kitchen where you want to go fry your own hamburgers in the evening after the convention, you can do that. And where the convention's at, also within probably, I mean, you can grab an Uber, and within 1 to 2 minutes, you've got like 5 or 6 restaurants right there too. Plus you got the downtown. So great venue, great location, just great little bit of everything. But other than that, that's pretty much it, folks. Been a busy couple of months. Been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. We are getting ready to begin active public, advertising for book publishing and also for game publishing. A few people like Greg, St. Cuthbert, and a few others like Paulie Kidd have kind of got in on the early stages of that by working with me. They can tell you how I am to work with. They can tell you what I do and such. My wife is making several homebrew locations nearby too. Yes, my wife makes a good point. There's 2 large brewers that are probably within 5-minute drive, 10-minute drive of the venue, and they're the type where they brew not only their own beer. I think Handmap does gin and their own whiskey and scotch, or not scotch, whiskey. Their own whiskey and gin, along with all the beers. And they do food like pizza and stuff like that. We have a thing, so for those of you who really want a good British experience, we have a thing called the Griffin Pub. They have like 120 different beers on tap, including God's Nectar, Guinness. And they have that. So, if you want to get out a little bit early from the convention and go enjoy some nice cold beer, good time and all that, Battle Creek's a good place for it. RPG Grandma says, I'm surprised Napa, California never hopped on the D&D with wine tasting gig. Yeah, so am I. Boy, what a chance. Oh, also, RPG Grandma, thank you. Between you and your wife, you just dislodged some gray matter in my head. There is a place, and my wife probably could tell. Tina, look it up real quick and tell everybody where it's at or what it's called. There is a place where you can game, and it's called Brews and Games or something. But basically, you go there, and they have games there for you to play, and you can order beer and food and play while you drink and enjoy your friends and everything. So my area has a lot of real innovative places. And like I said, at the convention, there's going to be, at least that I know of, 5 local game shops. So they're going to be coming in. I've already dealt with one of them for playtesting. One's my playtesting shop. They're from Grand Rapids. Great couple that run it. They started off in this really small hole in the wall, and I had the pleasure to have known them and game there, and then see them go ahead and go into this massive big place. So, yeah. So they're kind of like the Battlegrounds up in Connecticut. Me and my wife are actually delivering this month a full-size Han Solo on carbonite I built for them. I hand built it, and we're going to deliver it up there. And we're going to go up there. We're going to say hi to Tom and Tammy Vroll, and then we're going to swing through New York and say hi to Eric and Rach Tankar. And a couple other people want to meet up with me. So we'll get it all fit in the day. RPG Grandma says, as it should be, games, food, and spirits. Yeah, everything goes together like that. Games, food, spirits, and friends, man. That's the whole key thing here. Oh, let everybody know about some videos coming up next week. Next week, me and my wife are going to be going live on the Wizard Tower Games channel here. and we're going to be talking about food and gaming. My wife says Homebrew Tabletop Game Lounge in Grand Ledge, Michigan. Yes. If you come up here to Michigan and you want to go to that during the convention, I will warn you, Grand Ledge is a little bit of a drive from Battle Creek. It's probably about an hour one way. So, yeah. But if you want to come a day early, come a day early. It sounds like a cool place. But RPG Grandma says, forget trivia night at the pub, D&D at the pub. Yes, D&D at the pub. I agree 100%. Oh, real quick, for those of you who have kids, okay, if you want your kids to get involved in WizardCon, the 19th and 20th, Saturday afternoon, I'm going to run a Dungeons & Dragons basic game for kids. So, you know, if you got kids right around that 10, 11 years old to about 14, 15, I'm going to run a basic game for kids. It's going to be age appropriate. And I'm going to run it, and I'm going to run it probably for 8 kids. So if any of you have any kids and you want to introduce them to a safe, fun game, I'm going to run it on Saturday afternoon. So, yeah. You meet in a tavern. Yeah, you meet. Yeah, you mentioned that. Talk about a good trope. So, excuse me. So for those of you, like I said, who want to do a lot of fun gaming, there's a broad selection to choose from. Like I said, we got David Floor, Eric Tenkar, Tom Verrell, Tim Cass, myself, Paulie Kit, whole bunch of people. Missed a name, probably did. But, you know, a whole bunch of gaming for Friday and Saturday. And like I said, I'm going to do something kind of unique, and that is I'm going to run a Dungeons & Dragons basic game. Literally, with the basic starter set. I'm going to give all the kids a their own player character record sheet. And every kid who plays the game, Mom, Dad, if you want to give me your address, I'll send each kid a little goodie bag on my dime. Just say to kind of help get them in the D&D a little bit and such. Just a little goodie bag, just kind of something fun for them as a thank you for playing the game, kind of like a welcome to Dungeons & Dragons. Thank you, much appreciated. Exactly. I want to get kids playing. I think that we owe it to our kids to introduce them to this type of stuff, to get them hooked very early on with something that is safe. It's proven to reinforce their social skills. It reinforces their math skills, their English, their communication skills, interpersonal communications between people. And as we all know, it's hard. I mean, I can think of a lot of things much more fun to do, but, sitting at a table gaming with people is a hard one to beat. If I had to talk about my favorite 3 activities, gaming at a table with friends would be one of them. Just how it is. So, everybody, this is Don from Wizard Tower Games. Again, I appreciate everybody who's come in the chat here, talked. Hope everybody has a nice night tonight. Again, tabletop events page will be up by end of 4th of July night. So you'll wake up on the 5th of July and you'll be able to sign up for games and everything. I'm going to be coordinating with a lot of people over the next couple of days, getting all the little bits and pieces situated for it. So once the tabletop events page comes up, I'm going to be doing a special video about it. I'm going to be posting on the Wizard Tower Games TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. When you see it, please share the link. Let's get the word out about this so people can sign up for these games, get in on this, and that way everybody can just have one hell of a good time on a Friday and Saturday night. Real quick before I go, I just ask one thing, please. We all like the game, okay? So, try to be a little sparing on the games that you select, kind of like let some other people have some love too, you know what I mean? So if you want to play with Eric, don't grab every one of Eric's slots. Just grab one of his slots and maybe choose maybe Tom or Tim or me or Paulie or David Floor, someone else. Try to spread it out a little bit. That way everybody has a chance to play. People can play with who they want. I have a feeling I know Tim Cassick is probably going to be the number one people want to game with, and I don't blame you a bit. But Again, like I said, thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate the support. For those of you who have purchased a copy of Lost Adventures, thank you very much, and thank you for your patience. But also, again, if you want to buy a copy of Lost Adventures of GaryCon, go to wizardtowergames.com. On the top menu bar, you'll see the shop button. Click it, you'll go right to our shop, and right there's Lost Adventures. It's on sale right now. A total savings of about $37. If you go ahead and you click on checkout, it'll show up at checkout the new price. Checkout code CASKOID, KASKOID, and you get free shipping to boot. You can't beat that. Exactly. Thank you, RPG Grandma. So everybody, thank you very much, and everybody have a good night, and I'll talk to you next week with my wife. We're going to talk food, gaming, and food. Talk to you later.